Shalom Israel. This is ISHBK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under command of General Yohana, where we teach blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. I'm Officer CHAAZAQ SHAPAR. We'll teach you in the Lashawan Qadash class here Friday night in Greenville, South Carolina. Where we teach the Syrian Hebrew, as we have outlined on our chart, and we teach the ancient Hebrew. Of course, glad you guys tune in. If you, hold up, Slocky for a second, make sure the chat's up right here. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. We'll wait as people come in and put in the chat. We want to make sure everybody gets in the class. And one of the officers is going to put in the chat a way to get your Hebrew name. You know, that's part of our benefits, that you get your Hebrew names after 6 months. You check in the class, man. And we have classes from Monday through Saturday, the Sabbath, you know. Sometimes we even have classes on Sunday. All depends. Let's see what we have checking in class here already. CHAAZAQ. Can you hear me, CHAAZAQ? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Want to make sure the sound is up. If you can hear me, CHAAZAQ, put a 1 in the chat. Let's make sure we at least have that in there. Okay? If you can hear me, if out there in the chat, if you can hear me, well, okay, good. He has it in the chat. We appreciate that, CHAAZAQ. Trooper CHAAZAQ, up-and-coming trooper, man. Guys putting in their bricks, got their name, you know. Trooper like a Cosmar, CHAAZAQ, few other troopers, man, got their names, and moving on, man. Now HBK in Greenville, South Carolina. And that's what we're doing up in here, man. We giving out Hebrew names. You've heard them. Put your bricks in, man, in class here. So we're going to go over a few things in class. I know last week was a rerun there, but you know, we're going to move on and we're going to keep going in class. We'll have, as soon as we have some people join chat in the class. And while you're at it, let's see how many, while you're there, just tell me how many characters do we have on the Hebrew chart up here, man? In the Assyrian and the ancient. How many characters do we have? You know, Hebrew consists of so many characters and also so many vowels. But if you know that, write that in the chat and let me know. Okay? Hold a minute. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, who else we have joining class here? We have Rebecca Brown joining class here. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. To all my sisters, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. To all my brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to my sisters. We're glad to have you here. Rebecca in class, you know. Make sure you get a piece of paper, note, and or a pad or something so you can take notes. Let's see who else we got up in class up in here. Princess Sabah, checking in from Kylene, Texas. Kylene, Texas. All right. I think we're going to go over, we haven't gone over the, we'll wait, we have more people checking in class, so you guys take your time here. Checking in the class. So I think we're going to go over something that we haven't gone over in a long time. Will you guys keep checking in? Let's see here. Yeah. Hold a minute. Sis, I don't count. All right, sis. Saw the sister at the Passover. Let's see. Make sure you keep good notes, because that's how we, that's how you keep a tab on what you're doing. I mean, you know, you're not going to memorize the stuff in the brain, in the head, just like that. I mean, you might, but I mean, it's best to just write it down so you can come back to it another day. Because we're teaching the Syrian Hebrew and ancient Hebrew. Like I said before, let's see, who else checking in the class? Trying to make sure we get more people time here. All right. Princess Sabah from Kylene and Radazak. So y'all can hear me on the chat, so that's good. Lashawan Qadash, the word itself, Lashawan means language. And just like you would speak a whole nother language. And that's what this is. This is an entirely different language. It's not the English language, of course, it's Hebrew. And that's what people need to understand. There's a couple kinds of Hebrew because we were caught in captivity and slavery. And the Assyrians have taken us in captivity. Back in our times. And of course, the original language, it started off with like up to the top of the top chart of the roll here. It says Abba Gada Hawa Zaka Taya Kalamanasa. Okay, Aipataza Kwara Shata. Well, those, believe it or not, when we're in captivity, we still spoke Hebrew. So the only thing that changed was the characters. Let's illustrate that for a second here. Before we get into, still I gave a question out there, how many characters are there? So y'all guys type that in the chat also. Say like in the letter A in Hebrew, like ah, like that, okay? All right, that's ah, okay? Now that's in the ancient. But in the Syrian, when we're in captivity, look how they changed it to that. That's what we go over. And you see that because we see it in our reliefs, in our history, in our Tanakh, in our writings, in our inscriptions. We see these things, man. And that's what we have to break down. That's the same sound. Ah. Okay? So, all right. Somebody put down how many we were. Let's see how many they are. Rebecca said there's 22 characters in there. Let's clap it up for that sister, right? Let's clap it up for her. She says 22. And she's right. That's 22. Now, that being the case, there's 22 in the ancient. There's 22 of these characters in the ancient. How many are there? How many are there in the Assyrian? How many are there in the Syrian? And tell me how, there is a difference. We were in captivity. How many characters are there in the, you said there's 22. So how many are there in the Syrian? Because I named them, I said, Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Taya, Kala, Manasa. I pataza huara shata. That is 22. How many are there in the Syrian? Somebody talk to me. Somebody tell me. If you don't know, just say, let's see. See what you got. Rebecca says it's 25. Got Dewan Kirsten class. Glad to have you in, my brother. Another upcoming. Speaking his Hebrew name right there. She said there's 22 in the Syrian. She says there's 27. Now, why is that 27? So, what are these other 5 characters? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me what those other 5 characters represent in the class. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got here. Got Sharp putting our Officer Sharp putting our chat. That's where you assign, get your Hebrew name. She said 27, officer. Okay, good, Sharp. Appreciate that. Let's see here. see if I can just get my phone here so I don't have to walk so much. All right. We're doing some basic stuff before we get off into class. I try to do this every class so we'll know. So we'll have some basic information so people will understand where we're going. All right. Well, Rebecca said, I don't know. All right, let me tell you. And that's good. But it's good that you do know that 27. And then anybody else in class that know that answer? The sister's being honest. And that's the best way I like to be honest. Anybody? Dewan, CHAAZAQ. Let's see who else. Other sis. Got Dina checking in class. Glad to have in class. Dina, a wife of Officer Lashawan. Brand new baby. Got Shara in class. She's watching. Glad to have in class, Shara. Princess Sabah. Sir, I'm at work, so I'll be listening. Okay, good. Got you. I appreciate that, Sister Princess Sabah. Rebecca, let's see. Daquan. Somebody in here know what are these 5 characters on the Assyrian? Somebody tell me. What are those 5 characters in the Assyrian? What are the 5 characters in the Assyrian? Because you know, if y'all know, when I get involved in class, we get hot and heavy in here, man. And we have some wonderful classes. Glorious, because I can break it down to where everybody can understand. If you don't, you hang in there. We're going to make you understand this stuff here. So those who have to listen, just listen. If you can write notes, make sure you write notes. You got the baby in one hand, the bottle in the other, and the pencil in the other hand, whatever. You know, there are 5 reasons why there's 5 more. There's 22 characters in the Hebrew. But Rebecca said, and some other people said in the chat, there's 27 in the Syrian. Why are there 5 extra there? What are they for? Somebody talk to me. Y'all tell me. We'll give you guys about 10 more seconds there. Dewan, I know you know. You should. What are those 5 characters in the Assyrian? CHAAZAQ? Shara? Unless y'all at work doing something. If you're busy, I understand. Excuse me. We're going to write down some of these characters here. And here they are right here. That's one of them. Here's another one. There's another one. So we're writing down the reasons why there are 5 other ones. So let's put them down. Sorry, I lost signs. The ending characters. That's right, Dewan. The ending characters. Exactly right. Dewan said there's ending characters. Signal. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Well, yeah. Pick it up, Sister Rebecca. But Dewan, let's clap it up for that brother. Clap it up for the sister and the brother. Exactly right. There are 5 ending characters. Yeah, you'll pick that signal back up, sis. Here's one of them. Here's one of them. Here's Ka. There's Ma. Okay. Like that. Let's move back just a little bit here. Ka, Ma, and then we have a Na. Like that. I'm just drawing, all I'm doing is putting the ending characters, and we'll explain that in a second. So when we go on further, so when we do some more words and some more understandings in this Hebrew here, you guys will be able to come up with it, because as we learn, the more and more you go with this, the more and more you learn, the more and more you become used to it. It's really simple as that. It's not hard to understand if you pay attention a lot, you know. Let's see. Yeah. Dang, what the hell am I doing? All right. There we go. Like that. That's a pa. You know, like pa. And then, of course, you have one more. And it looks like this. And that's a taza. Okay? That's a taza. So here's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 ending characters. Rebecca, yeah, there you go. What is the one in the middle? You mean this one right here? That's the na. That's called a na. It's sort of like a 7 that's turned like sideways. That's a na. And they occur. We'll give you some illustrations. As a matter of fact, since we got some people here starting out a little bit, we'll give you some illustration of those in a second here. As soon as we go on and a little further here, we have ka, ma, na, pa, and taza. Yeah, that's what these are. Okay. All right. And these occur at the end of a word when you're using the Assyrian language. As simple as that. So let's use some of them. Let's do some illustrations here. Oh, before we go on, how many vowels are there in Hebrew? Somebody tell me how many vowels are there. That's important because I want people to have this for their notes, because as we go on, then you'll have it in your notes. You know, how many vowels are there? Before we go on further. How many vowels are there? How many vowels? We have ka, ma, na, pa, and taza. So how many vowels are there? Anybody know? Let's see. 2. She said 2 or 3. All right. Who else? She got 2 answers. So anybody else know how many vowels there are? She says 2 or 3. So let's see. Next to it. Not sure what your saying says. Anyway, that's a ka, that's a ma, that's a na, that's a pa, and that's a taza. Okay, but Rebecca's not sure. She says 2 or 3. So somebody else in the chat, tell me. Let's help Rebecca out. Let's say how many vowels are there? She says 2 or 3, and she's not sure. So somebody named them. What are they? Type it in the chat for me. We got time. What are they? Dana say, is it 2? and Rebecca said 1. So which one is it? Now Dana just happened to be correct. You're correct, Dana. Both of y'all right when you said 1, 2, or 3. So you hit one of them, and Dana said 2. So it is 2. It's the is one, and the I is the other. Well, I. And it looks like like this, or I looks like that. Okay? Or in Assyrian, it looks like this. Okay? And of course, the I in Assyrian looks like this. Like that. That's the key. That's the understanding. So, let me get this out of the way here. These are your vowels. These are your vowels, okay? These are your vowels. Make sure you write this in your notes. It's important. It's important because, let's see. It's all right. It's okay to guess in the class. All right, because that's how we learn. Right. So that's 2 vowels. You always see a like when I say the Hebrew, like when you say your ABCs, we call them characters recognition. So it's Listen to the sounds that I make. Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka. You hear a every time. Right? Ka. Ma, na, sa. Then you hear I. That's the only one that changes. I. Okay? Pa. There's a again. Taza. Qua. Ra, Sha, Tha. You hear? That's all you hear. That's how our language is pronounced, mainly with ahs. You know, just like that. That's how it's done. Okay. And so let's illustrate some of these right here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have you guys translate and tell me what these are. And I'll use some ending connectors here so I'll get you guys to understand it. Excuse me. Let's do this. I want you guys to tell me what this spell right here. We're going to use it in Assyrian because we're going to use the Hebrew Assyrian language here. So let's do this. Excuse me. There it is. Something like that. Boy, that ain't right. At least make it look right. Yeah, it's a little better. What does that word spell right there? Now, it's in ancient Hebrew. So somebody tell me, in the translations like we've been doing in class, what does this word spell in ancient Hebrew? And I was careful to use one of the ending connectors. That's what this is about. So you have to understand what the ending connector is on this. I mean the ending character. I'm sorry, not ending connector. Jesus. Slack you. Ending character. Tell me what that is. Let's see. Shara checking in. Glad to have you checking in, Sister Shara. Tell me. I mean, if you don't know, it's not a problem. You know, but this is how you learn. We all have to start from a place. This is a word here. Tell me, write it in English, what this word spells. As a matter of fact, I'll write it in the ancient Hebrew, just like this. I think I'll see if I want to do it that way. Let's see. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, what I'm thinking about here, sitting here in another land. There it is. And of course the connectors on it. There we go. Those are your connectors. And if you don't know what connectors is, stick around. You get ready to learn. Okay. All right. Shara has, let's see, AR. I have no idea. My first class. That's right. That's right. And that's good, Rebecca. And that's how you learn. This is exactly how you're going to learn. This is Rebecca's real first class, but act like it's your 90th class, your 100th class, because soon you will learn what all these symbols mean. That's how you learn the chart. Now, the Sister Shara said the word spell Ra CHAAZAQ. That's what she said. Now, anybody else? Let's make sure. Let's see if she's right. CHAAZAQ. Now we're going to explain to you why that's CHAAZAQ. We'll do it for everybody in class here. Some of the people who just started in their first class. This is a ah. That's this ah right here. That's that. Matter of fact, let's see if I got another color here I can use. Yeah, we're gonna do some things here so people can understand some help everybody out here, especially when you see the connectors here. This is a Ra. That's what this is. This is a Ra. Right there. That's what that letter is, and this character. Our character makes a sound, whether it's in the Assyrian or the ancient. They make sounds, okay? And of course, we're going to use some of these ending characters here to illustrate how to spell these. But it only occurs in the ancient when you're using the extra 5, Rebecca, because you knew it was 27. That's good. And the last character is CHAAZAQ. Okay? CHAAZAQ. All right? Normally, a CHAAZAQ would look like this. Like that. That's what it normally would look like. But we don't use that if it occurs at the end. We use this, just like we just had it on the board. Like a line like that comes up like that. That's the CHAAZAQ. And of course, the CHAAZAQ here, you don't need an ending character there because it's the ancient. That's the Assyrian. Of course, you don't need this. You need that ending character right here, just like that. So we have Ra, CHAAZAQ. So, let's clap it up for Mr. Ra. Clap it up to Ra and Rebecca for trying that, for going after that real good. Sorry, instead of writing, I just let her write as on the table. Good, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. But that's how you learn, Rebecca. That's how you're gonna learn. Shiraz picked it out for you. She said it. The Quan said there were 5 characters, and they are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's use another. All right. Put your thinking caps on. Let's do another one. Okay. That word was a ratazah. Let's do another one here, because that's what we're after. That's what we're trying to find out, how these special characters go at the end of the ancient characters. So let's find out here. All right, let's use another one. Let's use another one. Let me see here. Let's get another one here. All right, y'all put y'all thinking caps on. I'm glad y'all participated for sure. All right. Excuse me. Let's see. We're going to use the ancient Assyrian. I'm sorry, not the ancient. We're going to use Assyrian. All right, let's see. What do I want to do here? Yeah. All right, there we go. And of course, we'll do it in ancient over here to finish it up. And I'll put an ending character there, so I want you guys to pay attention. Okay? And of course, aratazah means the earth, by the way. That word translates to the earth, aratazah. Let's get another word here. What do we got here? Now, let's put it, let's do something special here. This is the Assyrian. This is the ancient over here. All right, translate that for me. Y'all put it in the chat. All right. Y'all put it in the chat. Let's see. Dina, That's what you had. Yeah, right. Dina had a Ratazak also. Good. Very good, Dana. I appreciate that. That means you're paying attention. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Dina and Shara and Rebecca and who else here? Princess Abba she's at work. I understand. And Dewan Ratazak. Good. Okay? Good little class going on here. One sister got it. She put down this word right here. Let's see if she spelled it right. Y'all let me know. That's the word she put down. Y'all take your time. See if you agree with that. Because we're giving an illustration of how we use the ending character. That's important. So, and it's about recognizing characters, you know? It's about recognizing the characters. And that's what this is all about. That's what this class is about, because once you recognize these characters, really, be honest with you, you'll be able to understand how to read them, translate them. So when you give me some English back, I'll be able to understand. Let me see. Mayama. Okay, she says, Mayama. Gotcha, Rebecca. And I appreciate it. Rebecca said we're going to write down what Rebecca had. Ma, ya, ma. And that's a very good attempt right there. And I appreciate that. Matter of fact, that's the education that I need right there. That you guys, that lets me know that you guys trying to say. Dina said, no, you don't have to worry about it. I don't know. Just put down what you think, Dina. Whatever you think. There's no wrong or right answer because I'm going to correct it for you anyway. Dina puts down, let's see, Rebecca, Dina, Sharab. Rebecca puts, she puts down ma, ya, and, okay. Ma, ya, mom. Okay, gotcha. Ma, ya, mom. Okay, anybody else? We're gonna break that down. I mean, just this is how you learn, by participating. The more you participate, the more you understand. Trust me on this. If you don't participate, you think you know, you have to practice this language. Just like you practice when you read the Bible. You have to read it, you have to get with your husband, and then he'll explain things to you. Read it, and you guys, here. Anyway, here we go. Okay. All right. Let's break this down right here. I like this. So it's ma, ya, mayam, mayam. So I forgot to put the. Sorry about that. That's why, and that helps it out a little bit there. So I apologize. Shara knew. She already knew. I think it's just obvious. But here's I forgot to put these connectors down because in the ancient it helps explain it a little better. In the Syrian, you got an ending character. It might mean something, but hey, but you really understand when you see it this way. So let's put it down this way. Let's put mayam. Okay, so we got ma, and then you put ya. Here's the ya right here. That's the ya, and that's the ma. Now, here is another M right there. That M right there. Matter of fact, let's put that M in green, Rebecca. Let me help you out here. Let me put that M there. Now, the reason why you don't need the A behind it is because it is these are called connectors. This little upside down U and this U is a connector. This is an independent connector right there. And that's a dependent connector. That means these two sounds, Yah and Ma, depend on each other. You always drop, not always, 99% of the time. So 99% of the time, you drop this A right here. Right there. Because you don't need it. That's why Shara had Ma Yam. Now, same as you, Dina. You got Ma, Ya, and you got Ma. You got another over here, and you don't really need this right here. You don't need this much of it. What you need on it is just the M. Just this M right here. Why do I need that M? So let's reiterate. That means say it again. Because although here's the ending connector right here. That's the Ma. But that's in Assyrian. But the Assyrian counter doesn't really give it away, but over here it does. If you go to the ancient Ma, and this is a Ya. That little laid down Z, that's a Ya. Okay? Got Amawad watching. Glad to have you, officer. Glad to come on in here in this class. Get your pencil and paper. Sit down with us and join class, man. You know. Ma. And then you got a Ya, my fellow Hebrew graduate brother over here. And then you got a, let's see, what we got here. Slack it. Oh, Ya, that's this Ya right here. And then you hear the Ma, but you don't want to hear the A sound because it has a dependent connector. That's what this is right here. I'll put it in green here. Yeah, like that. That's the reason. You don't need the behind it. Because it depends on this sound. So you say yam. Yam. Like yam. That's why even Shara here puts ma yam. And anybody in the chat know what ma yam is? Somebody write in the chat. What is my yam? I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. What's my yam? If y'all just happen to know. Y'all might know. What is my yam? Somebody tell me. Becca says she doesn't know, but what's my yam? Somebody knows in the chat. Give you guys a few more seconds there. My yam. Dewan. CHAAZAQ. I know y'all know. Shara. Dina. Even Rebecca. Shara said, well, let me explain that to you. When I say Shemayim is heaven, that means of the waters. Of the waters. That's what heaven is, like waters. You know, clouds, water, everything up there is water. So if that's the case, I gave it away. So if heaven, sir, you're right, sis. It is of the heavens, but of the heavens is water. So the word itself, the root word is what? When I say a word like Shemayim, like right here, if I say Shemayim, Shemayim, that's heaven. So Shara, clap it up for that sis. She said, well, sis, that's clouds. Clouds is water. And that's what the word literally means, water. Mayam means water, okay? If I'm not mistaken. Okay? I told y'all take your pencil and paper and write this stuff down, put in your note. And Shemayim does mean heaven. Exactly right, sis. Exactly right. Of the heavens. Okay, let's put another one down. Y'all did pretty good. Y'all did excellent on that. And this is how you learn. That's why I say there's no right or wrong answer. It's about learning. Once you learn why you spelled it this way, Rebecca, why you spelled it this way, Dina, why you spelled it this way, Shara, then you'll understand how to do the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. The next thing you know, you're writing Hebrew. Okay, very good. That's very good. So y'all help yourself out. Put the hand claps in the chat. Now you're learning connectors. See, Rebecca, you learning. Dina, y'all learning. Y'all learning Shara, everybody. Y'all learning connectors and everything. And some people know a little bit more than others. Some know less. All right. That's right. This is awesome. Exactly. Okay. So what we gonna do here next? Let's get another word right here. Let's do this one right here. Let's do this one. Okay. All right, break this one down for me, somebody. Tell me what this spells in English. That's the first thing you got to do is find out what something spells. And then that way you'll be able to understand the characters. And of course, we're going over the ending characters right here. And we're putting them on the end of words. We'll since the class went that way, we'll talk a little bit about this because we have new students in class. Let's see. Shara got, okay, she's already got a word. Let's see if she's right. She said is this right here. Whatever that is. Shara said, she said this is a wife of our camp leader, Officer Nataza. Okay? She said it's Yan. And here it is. Here it is. I'm doing it again. I'm putting these connectors on here now. These connectors got everything to do. I mean, I don't have to do it. I'm just doing that so you guys can see a little better. And I'm teaching the new students what connectors are called. These are called, this is an independent connect. That means it has its own sound. Ya. Since you said, some of you guys said it's your first class, and this is another class. This is another sound, and it's breaking these two sounds together. Yan. Okay? Slakia. And here are the ending characters again. If you notice, I'm always sticking one of them up there. And we'll get into something else here in a second here. But right now, Rebecca says, what she got? Yana. Okay, let's see. Shara's got this. Rebecca's got na. Okay? All right. Gotcha. Remember, Rebecca, use your and that's good. You're doing an excellent job, by the way. Use your skills when we said this. Yeah. Let me make this a little better than that. Like that. Okay. Now these are joined together. So they make one sound. And remember what I told you the rule is after you make a sound, especially if it occurs on the end, even if it didn't. But once it uses up its sound right there, there's something you do with the vowels. And we'll let you remember on that. Let's see what you got. Rebecca corrected it. Okay. Now she corrected it, and I'll let her correct it then. Now she says this is this. That's how you learn. All right, anybody else? Let's see, Dina, Shara, Rebecca. Yeah, okay, good. I'm slacking. Okay. All right, let's clap it up for both. Let's clap it up for the class right here. Exactly right. That's exactly right. They're both correct on this. What they're basically saying here, oops, get back a little bit here. What they're saying is, let's see, Rebecca and Shara, and I'm pretty sure Dina has it. I'm pretty sure Razak and the rest of y'all have it. Dewan. Basically, this is Yah. That's Yah. Get a better pointer than this. Yah, and then this character right here just happened to be a Na. You don't need the A on the end. Why? Because it's been taken up with a character right here called Yah. So you make one sound, and that's called Yan. That's what you want in Hebrew. That's how you pronounce that. Yan. So Yan. So you say Ya, and then you say Yan. Ya, independent connector for Ya. Then you have another Ya immediately follow after, but it's been connected to a Na, which is just happened to be an ending connector in the Assyrian. I'm sorry. This is the ancient. Slovakia. But up top here is the Assyrian, which is the ending connector. Okay? So, Yayan. That's what, anybody know what Yayan is? Everybody knows what that is, right? Type it in the chat. What's Yayan? Y'all tell me. Wine or strong drink. Exactly. Let's clap it up for that, sis. Wine or strong drink. Yeah, I guess you can say that. I'll definitely, it's called wine. We can say that. There's another word I'll use for, it's not CHAAZAQ. That's my name, strong, but it doesn't mean strong as far as wine is concerned. I'll look it up in a second. I had it. What am I doing? Like 1800, yeah. Right, exactly. Strong drink, yayan, wine. I mean, you can say that, but we'll go with that. Yayan, and that's what it is. Yayan means wine. That's what it means. And so, but the main thing we've learned that you learn that you use an ending connector right here. And that in, that na, right there. That na. Okay? That na, right there. Ya, yan. Okay? Very good. You guys surprise me every time. I'm telling you. You guys are great students, boy. And that just lets me know that, I hope some of you, I hope whoever's able can write this down in your notes. You know. Okay. All right. Let's do this one right here. We do this one in Assyrian again. Oh, I tell you. Yeah. There we go. All right, y'all tell me what this is. Tell me what word that is. Take your time. We have a word, and keep in mind what we're doing. I'm going through every last. I don't even know if I did that right. Well, no, I didn't do what I wanted to do. Well, I didn't use an indie connector, so. But let's do this one anyway while I wrote it on the board. Go ahead and translate that word right there. That's not the one I want to use. I'll get another one for that one in a second here. Rebecca, she has this. Let's see if she's right. Let's see. Let's check it out. That's what she's got. Let's see what Miss Rebecca got over here. We'll wait till the rest of y'all come up with some comparatives right there. Shara said, she said this. Anybody else? Let's write it on the board here. Let's get it up there. See Rebecca here, Shara here. Let's see what you got. Check them out. Because see, right now, you guys are translating the Assyrian and the ancient for me, for the teacher. There you go. Dina got one up here. Dina has this. Look at that. Look like all the answers are the same there. We're gonna get some more. Anybody else? Come on, y'all work with it. I didn't use an ending connector this time. I'll just have to tell you that. But it's all right. Doesn't matter. Ancient, Assyrian. Assyrian, ancient. I'll use an ending connector next time. But it's good to know what this is. Anyway, give you a few more seconds there. We get some more people who want to participate. That's all we're doing here. Okay? Excuse me. All right. Y'all take your time. A few more seconds. It's lucky. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's compare it. Everybody, Rebecca has YAPAH. Shara has YAPAH. Dina has YAPAH. All the women. What the men at in class there, man? What y'all doing? Ya-pa. Ya, independent connector, and then you draw this P and the ha together, and that's ha, and that's what you've done. So you said ha, and each time you drop the A behind it because you don't need this A that produces on either case because it's not needed. If you did that, it would be yapaha. That's a whole nother word. So you have to say ya-pa. Okay? So very good. Let's clap it up for this. Clap it up for the sisters right here. Here's one. Let's get back to the indie connectors. But that's absolutely right. You guys did that right. And I hope you guys write that. What does yapa means, by the way? Anybody? in class? Type it in the chat. Tell me what your pa means. You know what that is? Type it up in the chat. Type it up in the chat. What does your pa mean? Type that up in the chat. Look like Dina has something already. Type it up in the chat. Oh, let's see. What am I doing here? All right. Dina said it means beautiful. That's exactly what it means. Yeah, pretty or beautiful. In this case, it means beautiful. So, but write that down in your notes, Rebecca. That's what that means. Alawak means, sloppy. Write this word down. It means, Lord have mercy. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. That's what the last word we had was beautiful. Yapa. Beautiful. Okay? That's what it means. So we clap it up for y'all. Alright? Come on, Dewan. Where you at, man? CHAAZAQ. Where y'all at? And I want y'all to translate this word for me right here. While you doing it, all along. In class. Hop, skip, and a jump from the next word. All right? Kazamar, got a Kazamar watching. Glad to have you in, bro. Kazawar. Kazamar. Y'all. Okay. Got a cause. Checking in right there. You know, this brother putting in some heavy work, labor out there at work. Checking in the class anyway, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, brothers. Appreciate y'all brothers and sisters checking in class all the time. You know, being on the serious side. That's good. All right, let's see. Rebecca. See. And Shara have a word called this. They both have that word right there. So far. Yeah. Said, Yahweh Shem Yahweh to all of my brothers, to all my sisters out there listening to me. But here's a word. We're using up some more in the connectors right here. That one. Okay? And of course, up here is this Syrian language. That's how it looks, man, as compared to the ancient. This is the original language. Years. Even as Adam would have picked it out of the stars right there, man. You know, his learning. The Most High gave him knowledge. That was meant exactly for him. Wasn't meant for us. It was meant, yes, it was meant for us inadvertently as Adam gave it. But Adam picked it out. We ain't got no business looking up in the stars, stargazing, but Adam's job was to look at those stars and come up with it, even the language, how to name animals. I mean, if you had to name animals, then you had to have the language. Come on now. So, let's see right here. Gina says, do I have to drop the A? Right here, Dina. This will tell you right here. That's a very good observation there. Right here. Because I say ah, la, wa, pa. Alawap. Now, if I wouldn't have dropped that A, it would be alawap pa. But it's alawap. Because this lets you know right here. Wa and the pa. Anything after that, because these are joined together, this is trying to make a sound called wap. The general rule is you drop that ah or the A sound. So very good, Dana. So CHAAZAQ is watching. That's good, bro. Appreciate that. So the answer is, Dana, that's correct. You have to drop that A or you drop that ah sound or the because there is a vowel in every part of our language except for when you come to an I. The Hebrew language is ah or I. So that's what you want to do. So that's correct, Dina. You're right. So far, I think everybody has alawak. Very good. Let's clap it up for everybody in class. So let's explain this a little better, even when Dina said it. So you have ah, la. That is a wa. Pa. And here it is in the ancient. Ah, la, wa, pa. You don't need the ah out here. You don't need that. If you put that ah there, you have a whole nother word. You'll have Allah, wa pa ah. Wa pa ah. No, it's alawap. So, that being said, this just happened to be an ending connector here. Not significant except for the fact that that's how you write the ending connectors. They look just like this. Here's one of them. And that just happened to be the pa. Okay? I mean, if I were to make it look a little better there, I mean, it's kind of like something like that. Okay? All right? Alawap. Does anybody have the idea of understanding what is alawap? What does that mean? Y'all, tell me what's alawap. Let's see who got checking in class here. How Shemi How Shai Barak Athar Gabar. Yes, I have Officer Gabar. Glad to have you in class. Athar Gabar. Yeah, Gabar. Got you. Shara says general. All right. Anybody else? Glad to have you in class. Gabar. I believe that's Officer Gabar. Shara said general. That's what this word means. Y'all got it right. But the whole lesson is, hey man, that's the ending connector there. We want to know, well, you know, how do you use it? Well, you use it like this, right there. Shara said general. Everybody else agree with that? Exactly right. Alawap means general. We have generals in the IHBK. That's our ranks. We have generals, captains, officers, you know, troopers, young men. We have sisters, you know, in our class. That's what we have. But out on the battlefield, we only have the men. And we have generals. Okay? Commanding General Yohana is a general. General Mahayaman is a general. Okay? That's where these come from. Then you have General Hazahan. Then you have, who else? General Shalimar. You have General Katham Gabar. Then you have General Kabal Amath. Those are our generals, okay? Except for the I, right? What do you mean, the I? What do you mean? Except for the I. When you say I, what do you mean, Rebecca? Except for the I. Just want to make sure I answer all questions here. Except for the I. What days are your classes? The class is every Friday. Every Friday. Join us here every Friday night. We have classes from Monday through Saturday because we have camps on Saturday. Friday night is the Lashawan Qadash class. That's when you need to take advantage of this particular class. You know, right. The buys, the vowels, yeah. Oh, the vowels? Oh, okay, the vowels? Okay, got you. If you're saying the vowels, yes, you have the I and you have the ah. Right. I and the ah. Those are the two vowels that we have. Okay? Those are the two vowels. All right, let's do another one here. Hope that answers your question there, sis. Alawak is general. Of course, we're taking advantage here. Did I use the tazah? I think I used the tazah already. I haven't used the ka yet, so let's do this one here. Let's do this one. Let's do this one right here. Okay, what else am I looking for here? Excuse me. All right, tell me what this word translates to be. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Well, I'm not sure. Just in case, Awapanya. Maybe General Katham Gabar. Could be. Yabashim Yahushai Barak Katham, sir. That could be General Katham Gabar. So that's why I'm Israelite School of SHAPAR. That's why I'm making sure. I don't know. But if it is, we stand up and salute the general. Awapanya. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb to the general. So could be General Katham Gubar. That's the reason why I said that. Not sure. But anyway, make sure that we salute our generals. Okay? What do you have? Let's see. Shara has phones, yeah. Okay, got you. Shamar. She has Shamar. All right. Remember now, this is an ending connector. I mean, an ending character. Sorry, lock it. That's all right. We got this word right here. Now we're using independent connectors here. Is what we're doing. It's what we use. What we're doing. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, let's lock it. We're using independent connectors here and dependent connectors here. So we're joining these two together, and that one's independent. And up here in the serial, you know, we have a word, and it has an ending connector right there. That's what that ending connector is. So y'all research your answers there and check them out. Okay, Dina has something going on here. Dina said, what did Dina say? It's all right. It's all right. It's just not about messing up. It's just about just keep going. That's the point. All right. Dana said Shamara too, I believe. She said Shamara. And now I'm going to explain this here in a second here so you guys can understand a little better. Shapar. I think you put down another one over here. Shapar. Wait a minute. That's Shara put Shankar, and then Dana put Shamar. Okay, gotcha. And then you put Shara put two answers down here. All right, we wait. We'll just let's do it again. Let's keep going. So lock it. Okay. We'll give you guys a few more seconds here, then we'll break this down a little bit. You said Shema. And she said, Rebecca put Shah, M-A-P. Okay. Gotcha. All right. We'll give you guys 10 more seconds here. See if everybody got their answer in. We got a shamar, we got a shampa, and a shamap. Oh, we got a few answers here. Good, that's why I like to see it. Shampa. Dana puts down, not Dana, Rebecca puts down another answer. She has the same as Sharab here with Shampa. Alright. Slocky. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and let's break this down right here for people, because seems like we're having a few problems with this. Let's break this down. First of all, this is Sha Ma Ka. Sham Ka. Sham Ka. Especially the way I wrote it. Slocky. See if I wrote this down even. See if maybe I spelled something wrong. Yeah, that's the problem. No wonder. I apologize to you guys. I forgot to put this one little thing here. I apologize. That's a ka. I'm sorry. But up here, if you look over here, the ka, that in the connector is a ka right here. Right there, 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 there. One more time. Right here, ka, ka. And that should have been a ka. And I put a ka, but it was a Syrian over here, so that was wrong. My fault there. I apologize to you. So when you put shamka is now that gets a little better there, and I might have messed people up. That is a sha, same as that. That's a sha. That's a ma, same as this. This is a ma, okay? This is a ka, and that is a ka. The difference is when I join these two together, sha and ma, that becomes sham. Okay? And that ka by itself, this is caught out there on the end. Why did I use the A? Anybody knows? There's only one reason why. Somebody type in the chat. Why did I leave the A on ka up here? Make sure we write it legible there. People can see that, you know. There. Why did I use this? Why did I use that? Why did I do that? Anybody know why I left the A on by itself? The word is spelled shamka. 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 Especially the way I wrote it. Because that's how I did the connectors. That's just how it's done. Over here is shamka. Can't really tell it up here, but those are the correct characters. Same sounds, they just look different. Here's any connector up here, ka, that's spelled correct. I made a mistake right here with this little, they look the same, but you know, I should have put the little insignia in the middle there, slocky. Is it independent? Exactly. That's the answer I'm looking for right there. Dina said, is it independent? She's exactly right. And that's what you want to get out of this lesson right here. It fell at the end, and Rebecca said that. She's correct. It did fall at the end. She's correct. It's at the end. By itself, but more importantly, not only is it at the end, it's independent. That means it has to have the full sound. That's what I want the lesson that you want to learn right there. If you have a character that has an independent connector, there's nothing it's joining onto. Now over here, I'll put this one right here. Over here, these two are joined together. Shamba ka. So hey, these two sham, they're joined together, so you don't need a after that M there. So it's just sham, sha and ba, sham. But over here on ka, you have the full sound, and Dina is 100% correct. That's exactly the answer I needed. That lets you know right there on shamka, there is when it falls at the end, Rebecca. You're right. But however, not just because it falls on the end, it's because it is an independent connector. It's all by itself. There's nothing else with it. That's ka. By itself. It's making its own independent sound, so you can't help but to put the A on the end. That's the reason. It really don't matter where it falls. It just happened to fall at the end there. Okay, yeah, right. That makes sense? Rebecca, you need something to drink. Yeah, I'm good, sis. Let's stay to the lesson, all right? I'm good. Shamka. Right. So you want to say shamka. That's what you want right there. You want to make sure. Now here's the key. Does anybody know what shamka means? Anybody know what shamka means? Anybody? Y'all type it in the chat. We'll let y'all iron that one over for a second. Type it in the chat with the shamka. Type it in the chat. I think I will get me something to drink here. Right. Rebecca says, so as long as the full letter at the end, right? Well, it doesn't have to be at the end, Rebecca. This could be anywhere. This could be over there somewhere. Here's the key right here. Let me, this is an independent by itself, right here. That upside down U represents there's nothing else joined to this ka. That is a letter ka in the ancient Hebrew. That ka, it could be any letter, any character, and it could fall anywhere in here. But when it has an independent connector, it has to get the full sound. That's what you want to learn. The full sound. That's what I want. I want you guys to make sure you understand that. Right, just independent. Exactly right, Rebecca. And Dina said it has to stand alone, sis. Exactly right. Right. She's right. Ooh, right. Oh, exactly. She's right in this case. It has to stand alone. It stands alone because ka, it don't matter where it falls in there. It could fall in the middle, end, beginning. It just happened to fall at the end right here. I'll just illustrate it because of the ending connector for the Assyrian. But ka, because it's standing by itself, it has to get a full sound. In this case, it's ka. But if it's joined together with something, that's called independent. In this case, like Dina said, it's not standing alone, like Shara said, like all y'all. All y'all got the idea now. It's not standing alone anymore. It's joined with something, sha and ma, okay? All right? So Shamkar, I think Shara said, what did Shara say? It means name. Yeah, that's what she said. And she's right. It means name. Okay? All right. Good. So y'all put that in your notes. This is a very good teacher right here. This lesson right here. On independent, dependent connectors and how things work together. See, all this stuff works together for learning how to enunciate the characters to eventually pronounce the word. That's the whole goal, right? And just like you said, Rebecca, it's just only on the independent where it gets its full sound. Exactly. Now. Right here, let me correct something because I think what you're thinking here is you're wondering, let's break this down here a little bit. Because I think you're wondering why did we drop this A right here? That may be what you're thinking. Well, Sha gets its full sound. But the fact that it's only in here, then you drop it there. Now that could be what you're thinking. And then you'll drop the A after the ma right there. And I think that's what you're saying, Rebecca. If you're saying that, you're 100% correct. That is correct. You're right there. But when you get to the independent, it has no choice but to get a full sound. I mean, what else you gonna do? You can't say ka without the ah. But over here you have sha. You don't want to say shama. You want to say sham. But the first one on the right, we read Hebrew from right to left. So the one furthest right, as you read to left, you have a dependent connector going on in here. You have to give the first character its full sound, and the one after it, then you give it, you take the vowel after it, off of it. So I believe that's what you're saying. If that's what you're saying, then you're correct right there. So that's a lot of lessons learned, right? That's a whole lot of information given right there. I'll give you guys about 10 more seconds to write that down. That is important. That's name is what it is. It means name. That's what Shara said. But as a matter of fact, everybody here has participated in the illustration of what I meant right here when I say shamka. That is important. So you guys understand that a little better. And that's good. And to reiterate again, Sha, full Sha, because Sha is a full character on its own. Just like a Sha up here, Sha here. You can't say Shama. You have to say Sham. But when you get to the Ma here, now you drop the vowel after this one. Because it's joined together. Sham. But when you get over here, well, it's independent by itself. Ka. Now, if everybody understand that, type in the chat, con, sir. Let me know before we move on here. I don't want to, that is an important lesson right there to understand. You've got other people listening across the United States that's looking in on this classes. You got my bosses looking in, everybody. Could have captains, generals, and they're still telling. The point is, make sure y'all understand this, man. That's important to understand right there. That's an important lesson. So everybody that understands that, right, concert, lock it. Make sure you guys understand that. That's important to know when to drop something and when to keep it. When to drop something and when to keep it. That's important. Because if you understand this particular lesson on Shamka, which means name, then you'll understand how to break down any word. Because that is one of the basic, there's some more things to go with it, but that's the basic right there. There's some more things to understand. I mean, there's some more shortcuts to understand, but I hope everybody understands that. That's important, okay? Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one right here. So I'm assuming everybody understands that. That is so important, man. All right, so we got all the independent connections. Let me do something here. Let me do a question, interrogative here real quick. On the board. All right. All right, let's do this word here. want y'all to write down what this means. I mean, you can do it. We'll do it this way. And I mean, we'll do it this way. There. This is a sentence right here. What does it mean? Write down what that is. Write it down in English first. And then we'll translate what it is. Write this down. Even though you may know it, I just want you to write it all over again. Or whatever you think it is. Write this down. Write down what this is in English. All right? Tell me about it. This is a sentence. It's asking a question, okay? All right? Tell me what it is. The top one is Assyrian, and the bottom is a ancient Hebrew. Sharaf took the shortcut. She just spelled it out. So we'll go ahead and write down what she says. Instead of writing it down and okay. All right, there we go. That's what Shiraz said. Anybody else? And of course, all right, Shiraz. Rebecca said Mahashamka. Okay, I see what you said. Let's see. She said Maha. Based off of that, I guess I better straighten that out, huh? Try that one, Rebecca. That's my fault. There, try that one. Khan says, what's your name? Mahashamkar. Mahashamkar. Yeah, I changed it up here. So, because that was my fault right there. I apologize to you. Salakia. Let's try it with this dependent connector right there. How about that? Sorry. Salakia. Because I just happen to know how the word is actually spelled. There you go, Shara. Good. And I'm pretty sure Rebecca would have had it right also. But write it in there anyway, Rebecca, just for writing's sake, so your memory can catch up with it. It's my fault. I put independent connectors up there. It should have been independent. So go ahead and correct it. It's my fault. I apologize. Lock you. Okay? Ma'ah, exactly right. She's exactly right. Ma'ah, exactly right. So all y'all, Dana, I'm pretty sure you got the same thing. Well, what this says is ma'ah, and of course, And I put two independent connectors down there, and that would have been ma'a. You're right. Exactly right. And that would be wrong, but it's ma'a. It's one sound. Ma'a, ma'a, ma'a. Not ma, but ma'a. Like one sound, ma'a, ma'a. Like that. Like you're saying your mama. Ma. Ma'a. Ma. A mother, you know. Ma'a Shamka. Shara put it in there. She put down what it says. It says, let's break this down here. Let's find out something going on here too. What is the word ma'a? It means what? Okay, that's important. So y'all make sure you got your pencil and tape. Ma'a, Dina's right. Ma'a Shamka, ma'a. Yeah, ma'a. She's got it right. Dina, all y'all got it. Let's clap it up for the sister right now. CHAAZAQ and all of y'all. I know y'all, Lashawan, y'all put these down here, and I know some of the brothers at work. I understand that. Sister standing strong tonight. I understand. Ma'a is a word. It means what? And so it's an interrogative statement that we're saying. Interrogative is a question. Anytime you ask an interrogative question, you're saying, what is your name? And now let's find out what Ka is. What is Ka doing in this? We didn't learn how to spell Ka, found out about its independent connectors and dependent connectors, and you know, we got an independent over here, man. And let's find out up here, we got Ka at the end as a Hebrew ending character in the Assyrian up here, man. Independent connector down here in the ancient. Ka. All right. Ka is, instead of saying your name, we put down a possessive adjective. Possessive adjective. How does ma'a means what? It's not how does it mean what. It's why does it mean what. It just means what. That's what it means. I mean, that's just like saying earth is arataza. It's not how it means it. You know, you'd have to ask Adam that. But we just know what it means. Ma'a means what? It's not how, you know, we're not going to attempt to break every word down and find out why it means it. Now, in this case, the reason why heaven means shamayam. Mayam. Sha, or pertaining to, and you go to heaven. Let's do this way, students, Rebecca in this case. If I say shamayim and I say mayam means water. If I say sha, that's of or pertaining to. So I say of or pertaining to the waters. So I say shamayim. Shamayim, of or pertaining to waters. That's how heaven is named. Shamayim, of the waters. In this case, ma'a is its own word. That's just what it means. Did that break it down to you a little better, Rebecca? Ma'a, okay? So Shara said it means what? It's your name. But your, instead of trying to find, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a word for your, but because it is called a possessive adjective. Possessive adjective, okay? That's what this is right here. That possessive adjective, your, in the Hebrew, we would put it in back of the root word. Now pay attention here. This is important, right? Write this down in your notes. Shah means what? Shah means name. Okay? Right? You guys doing great so far. Shah means name. Okay. Ka is a possessive adjective meaning your. That's what this is. That's what that is. Ka means your. So you take the possessive adjective and put it in back of name, you come up with Sham Ka. That's how you get that. Sham Ka. Okay? The word what is just Ma'a. We put interrogative words down before. Slaki. Ma'a. Okay? And but you did say something about how is a word a word? I mean, in this case, Ma'a just means Ma'a, forever in a daydream. That's what it means. I can't change it. But I was able to show you how you get a word like, say, Shamka or Shemayim. Shemayim means water, of the waters, because Shah, and we'll write that one down here in a second here, but I'll tell you if you can remember it. Oh, it's like it. Shah is a what am I saying? Shah comes before Mayim, okay, and it is a it's not a possessive adjective. It's a forget hear what I'm saying sometimes. Anyway, I'll think of it in a second here. But Sham Ka, Sham is a root word, name. It means name. Ka means your. So the possessive adjective always goes. Preposition, that's what I was thinking. The preposition, now preposition, if you want to say Shemayim, you say Shah. See if I can write it down. Shah. Like that. That's a preposition. It means of or pertaining to. And if I say Mayam, like that. Shemayim. Shemayim. It's like it. It's locked. Excuse me. This allergies acting up here. All right. Shemayim. Can everybody hear me? If you can, type a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me. See here. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good. Okay. What's your name? The possessive adjective again is your, which is ka. Sham is name, so you put ka in the end of it because the possessive adjective goes at the end of a word. In this class, we have learned, we've learned possessive adjectives, we've learned prepositions, we've learned Hebrew connectors, we've learned Hindi connectors, we've learned interrogative sentences. We've learned a lot tonight. Believe it or not, a whole lot. Okay? And Shemayim happened to be a preposition. So we'll write this up here. Preposition. All right? And you put that in front of a word. And this just happened to be water. That's water. And Shah is of and pertaining to the waters. And so there you go. And that's how you use words in a sentence. That's how you use pretty much how we deal with words and how we deal with them. You have to first learn how to spell them. Write them out. As Shara did, she wrote it out. That's what you guys, Dina, and that's what Rebecca, and everybody's been writing them out all night. Until finally we got to a beginning. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So I think we got enough of understanding of maybe we leave this up here a little bit. We got a little understanding of the ancient Hebrew, the Syrian Hebrew, and the ancient Hebrew. And how we need to make sure that we pay attention to the chart over here. Make sure we pay close attention to this chart, because this chart is going to spell out most of the things that we need. I'm giving you a lot of tools here. Possessive adjectives and prepositions and different things to go along with that. So, let's see what else we can put with this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, good. Let's erase this off the board. I'm pretty sure you guys understood this lesson here. Next week, we may go over some more sentences. So you guys seem to like that, because that's how you learn. While we at it here, since we got some beginners in class, let's go over how much time we got. We ain't got much time, but I just want to go over one thing here. All right. And that was a lot of important lessons that we learned, right, just like that. Let's see. Let's see here. How much time we got? Not much. So we'll leave it like that. Hold a second here. Hold it 1 second. Let's see. Good. Okay. I'm glad everybody can understand the class tonight and got a lot out of it because we went over a few things in class. We went over a lot of prepositions, nouns, sham, name, prepositions, any connectors, man, Hebrew characters. Went over a lot. Oh, Salaki for a second. Okay. And we're in our class. I don't have any more time to go over any more things. But I'm pretty sure we learned a lot tonight here. South Carolina class. See the Akwath and Akim learned a lot. It's because of the comments that we have in the chat. So I know that you guys learned. So what we're gonna do? Let's see what we got right here. Let's see. Great class. Dana say, great class. I enjoyed. That's it. Let's clap it up for class. Rod, Dana, Radazak, Dewan, Rebecca. Sloppy for a second. Let's clap it up for class right there. Y'all put the class claps in the chat right there. I appreciate that. Right, everybody, yeah, exactly. Join every week because I'm going to always have something different in class, and that's as long as I know you're learning, then then I know when to stay on something and when to move off of it. That's how I know. That's how I know when to do that. See, so what we're going to do is we're going to read the ISUK security announcement tonight. We had ISUK start off 1 West. 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for the new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need a transportation, if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8 and 10. Okay? Which means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund. Okay? It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like of holy convocation. We're going to have, of course, we just had the Passover a while back. Had the Feast of Unleavened Bread, of course. Our next convocation is going to be the Feast of First Fruits. Starts Sabbath, unleavened bread. Let's see. No, did we do it? Let's see. No, we've had that. Yes, Lucky. Feast of First Fruits. Starts Sabbath, unleavened bread. Sunday, Sabbath, April 23rd, 22nd. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day. Sunday, June the 12th. 2022 starts before sundown. Leviticus 23:10 and 12. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, we're going to remind Akim and Akwak to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone starts to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Of course, we're going to give a salute to all the brothers before we leave class, and the sisters in class here. They're the ones that I did not salute. Madhu Shabbat, Madhu Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barak Atham, to all my brothers. Madhu Shabbat, Madhu Barak, to all the sisters. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to all the sisters. For that we say, Shalom.